Hey Sabina, just an update to this task. This is going to be pretty similar to what you're doing before, except that you'll first be going through and marking the leg bands. Okay, so here you can see one. Oh, I should have been prepared for this. But so you can click on tag objects. Maybe. Nope, I should have been prepared. There we go. So 5 is the hotkey to add a point, and it adds the class leg band, and then you can add the tag left or right to it. In this case, it's actually kind of hard for me to tell, but again, because we have these aviary instructions, sorry, I was less prepared for this tutorial than last time. So because we have these band annotations, you could go through and figure it out whether it's a left or right, just because if it's a female, it's probably a right band. But honestly, don't worry about that as a first pass. Just go through and assign it. If you can tell if it's the left or the right band, do it. If you can't, don't. In this case, I'm pretty sure it's a left band, but I'm not positive, so I'm actually just going to leave it blank because it's not that helpful to have things you're not sure about. And you can adjust this when you go back through and add the colors to them. So first, I would say just go through one by one. If you can, here you can't see any leg bands, so we'll skip it. Here you can't see any leg bands, so we skip it. And this is going to be a theme throughout. So these haven't been. Here you can see one leg band, so we'll click it, one leg band. That looks like a right leg band, but I'm not actually going to hazard a guess here. I'm just going to keep going. So you're going to just keep going, labeling all the leg bands you can see. Oh, this is a great one. So that's definitely a left leg band. And you can scroll down and hit the left button, or you can just type L on your keyboard, and that will also do it. So that will probably be easier. And then you can use the right arrow to move through these images faster. We could tag this, but it's not clear enough. I don't think it's even worth tagging. These guys you can't see. So this, by the way, is called keel sitting, and they do it when they're stressed out, like when we put leg bands on them the day before. They'll do this a lot. Oh, here's a good one. That's a left leg. Keep going. Here's a great one. We got a good right leg. Label that, and then over here we can just make out the left. Oh, so after you've added one, if you hit space, that will allow you to add a new one. So we'll add the left leg band. Okay. So here you can see we've added the right leg band and the left leg band. Okay, we're going to keep going. So you'll just go through first. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful one. So we'll click. This is the, you have to flip it. This is the right leg. This is the left. Again, remember that you have to hit spacebar to add a new one. That is the left leg. Okay. And you could, if you wanted, you could at the same time, obviously we can tell this is blue-green, and this looks like a male. We could go through and we could do the whole task. But I think it'll be a lot easier to actually just go through, for the first time, just clicking leg bands, okay? So rather than trying to click the leg bands and then assign the color, just go through and click every leg band you can see. Here's one where you can see both of them. So that's the left leg, space. That's the right leg, R, space, and then go on to the next one. Here's another one where we can, this is actually kind of a weird image because we have multiple birds in it, and it seems like maybe the image is actually centered around this bird rather than this bird that's in the frame. But because for this we really want to know the leg bands, I'm actually still going to click on these this image. And maybe I'll ask Mark Badger about that. He might say that that's wrong, but we'll check with him. And here again, you can see both. That's great. So we're going to click on this one. That's the left. I type L. I hit space to add another one. Click it. That's right. I type R, and I go on to the next image. Okay. Here again, we can do it. So that's the text. I've been labeling your data set, so you'll find that the first several have been labeled. Once you make it all the way through, you have 1,000 images here, which will take that will take some time just to go through the whole data set and label everything. You can see we are about halfway done, maybe a little less than halfway done with this first page. So it'll take you about 40 times as long as this video so far. So probably about an hour or two to go through this whole thing. Once you've done that, I would do the same thing we did before, where you filter it, you add the filter, you filter by objects with tag, where you can see the left foot, add a filter, objects with tag, see the right foot. And if we apply this filter, we'll see now we have just those ones that we just labeled. And then you can go back through and do the same task as before. You go through, you check with whether it's male or female, you check the left and right band, and you add the color. Okay, so that's the task. I've already made the data set. I'll be assigning it to you by the time I send you this video. And yeah, obviously if you have any questions, let me or Mark know. And good luck. Thank you again so much for doing this. This is really, really helpful.